Welcome friends. In this video I am going to discuss about inheritance. So first of all we know what is inheritance. Inheritance is the way of creating a new class for using the details of an existing class without modifying it. The main the main, the newly formed class is a derived class or child class. Okay? So this is the main motive the purpose of inheritance. Means when you're creating the classes, if there is a requirement of that properties of that particular class and reused that properties in another class, then that concept of inheritance come arise. So how it is going to be work? So let's see with example. So the existing class here is called the base class and parent class. The newly created class which are access the properties of that existing class, that is called a child class. Okay, so let's see with example. So first of all we have to create a class. Suppose there is a school. School is the class name. Okay, inside the school we create the properties of that school, like there is the name of school, then there is the address of school. Okay, there is the address of school. Now I have to create another class. Okay, and that class school that class name is student and access the school properties. So here the school can be accessed. Here the student can access all the properties of the school. So here you have to write down the name and address and initiate that name and address and reuse it. Okay, so here you have to give in a student role, name and address. Okay, so here you have to declare role stud role. Okay, then stud name, then stud address. Okay, okay, here school name and school address. Okay, so now the student has a responsibility to access all the properties of his school. Okay, now student is the child class, the school is the parent class. Here school is a parent class and here student is the child class. Student is a child class. Okay, now inside the student class I have to declare two methods, input and display. So def, these are called instance methods. Okay, def students stud def input, only input, and define the self. Here you have to declare or initialize self dot stud name. You have to assign student name, then self dot stud address, assign the address, self dot role equal to these are the properties of a student. But we can access the school properties also here. Okay, how? Now write down self dot school address. We are giving the address. Self dot school name. Okay. Now here I am to write one function display. And this function print the details of school properties and with student properties. So here dot roll comma self dot stud name self dot stud address self dot school name self dot school address. Now I am to create object of that student, not a school, because here we access all the properties of a school inside the student class. So we have to create the object of a student class, and through that class we can access the input and display method, because student class generally access all the properties of school, means student extends school. Okay, so here sch equal to student bracket, and here sch dot input sch dot display. Fine. Now we run it and check what is going to be written. Here see all the properties or data we are going to initialize here. You can also take the inputs from the keyboard by input function, or you can take or initialize all the properties of that particular student class and with the school class also. So because to inside the student class there is a accessible of the school properties. So here you can initialize both class properties in a inside a one function, that is the input function. After that initialization I am going to display that functions, that properties, and you can display that display function will help us to display all the properties values on a screen, on a console. Okay, so in this way you can see how school and student are helps, means student is the class which access the school property, student is the class which access the school property, and inside that school it will display the all the things. Fine. If you have any doubt, please go through the comment box and type there. If you like this video, please click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon. When I am going to upload any video, you will get the notification. Please share this video if it helpful to you. Okay, very simple video. Okay, you understand how the student class is generally how the student class is generally access all the properties of a school. So this is the basic and more in basic how the inheritance going to be work. Inheritance means there is a one class, you can access all the properties in a new class. There is a existing class, you can access the properties inside a new class. That is the belongs to the inheritance. Fine. Thank you.